1370 AM WTAB. This news break is brought to you by the World of Coal. Scenarios today, videos tomorrow. Don't miss out on a single video. At the top of the news hour, we are discussing Hurricane Omega. It is expected to strengthen to at least Category 2 strength. We are expecting the outer rain bands to impact the area when Hurricane Omega makes landfall. Currently, it is predicted that Omega will make landfall somewhere near Charleston. Looking to national news. Scientists from the United States Geological Survey have been studying Bluff Point volcano, a new volcano that was discovered on Keuka Lake in New York State after it erupted. The USGS believes that future eruptions are imminent, but cannot be sure as of yet. Training camp has started across the NFL, and we will be providing you updates on the Panthers roster as the camps progress. We'll be back in a minute to talk about the new volcano in New York.
Countless tears shed from these eyes as they gazed upon the night, until the sunrise, wondering, am I really that much of the walking corpse or dead soul of mine, that I had written of being a cruel human being?
Did everyone just hear that weird voice over the radio? Let's check with our producers to make sure it wasn't something on our end. Okay. Yeah. Folks, we don't know where that strange voice came from, but our producer is asking that everyone stop calling into the station until we can figure out what is going on.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the South Carolina State Police in conjunction with the Federal Communications Commission. An unidentified voice was heard on the 1370 AM frequency during a commercial break. The South Carolina State Police and FCC are asking anyone with any information to contact them. The FCC is reminding all licensed amateur radio operators to check frequencies before transmitting, and to come forward if they made a mistake in transmitting on the wrong frequency. A public news brief will be released once more information becomes available.
Folks, we have an update on Hurricane Omega. This was just released while the state police put out an emergency alert. Hurricane Omega has increased in strength. Hurricane Omega is now a Category 5 hurricane, and is still 300 miles off the coast of Charleston. The National Weather Service is expecting Hurricane Omega to continue to grow in strength. They are unsure what caused a significant increase in size and strength, but they are asking all residents to prepare for a devastating storm.
We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow.
The following is a public information statement on Hurricane Omega. All residents in the state of South Carolina, southern North Carolina, and southeastern Georgia must pay attention to this message. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the National Weather Service. The hurricane watch for the Charleston area has been replaced with a hurricane warning. A hurricane warning is also in effect for the following areas: southeastern Georgia, the entire state of South Carolina, and portions of southern North Carolina. A storm surge warning is in effect for the areas listed in the hurricane warning. At 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the eye of Hurricane Omega was located 120 miles from Charleston. Hurricane Omega is making an unexpected northwesterly turn. Hurricane Omega is moving at a speed of 10 miles per hour. Maximum sustained winds are near 250 miles per hour. Omega is a Category 5 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. Increased strengthening is expected in the forecast tonight. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 80 miles from the center, and tropical storm winds extend outward up to 205 miles. Tropical storm conditions are occurring over the warning area, and deteriorating conditions will continue as Omega moves inland. The following hazards are expected. Wind, tropical storm conditions will continue across the warning area early tonight, with hurricane conditions developing rapidly overnight. Industrial roofs will fail, and most residential homes will be destroyed in the path of this storm. Rainfall: Omega is expected to produce total rainfall amounts of 20 to 30 inches, with possible maximum amounts of 50 inches over the state of South Carolina. These rains will result in catastrophic flooding, making the area uninhabitable for months to years. Tornadoes: EF5 strength tornadoes are expected along the warning area. A mandatory evacuation warning is now in effect for the entire warning area. Hurricane conditions are expected to develop within the next 6 hours, and possibly sooner since Hurricane Omega continues to grow at an unprecedented rate. The next complete advisory will come within the next hour. The following is a public information statement. Hurricane Omega has completely destroyed the entire state of South Carolina and portions of Georgia and North Carolina. However, Hurricane Omega has completely dissipated and is no longer a threat to life or property. The unprecedented storm ceased to exist after causing death and destruction in the affected area. FEMA is providing assistance to those displaced by the hurricane, and it is undetermined at this time how many people have died. It will be impossible for a full investigation to be completed until floodwaters recede in the state of South Carolina. This may take years to complete. The President of the United States has declared a national emergency, and this is the second devastating event to occur since the Western New York event nearly 2 weeks ago. All residents affected by Hurricane Omega must stay tuned to local media stations for information related to sheltering.
Two areas. Two catastrophic events. It was foretold that the broadcaster will appear in random times and places. The cryptic warning that the broadcaster brings is of death, destruction, and catastrophe. The entire geographic area of Western New York has been teleported to the void. Residents have no recollection of the events that brought them to this place. Hurricane Omega has also brought residents from the south to the void. It won't be long before the next event, and the United States will forever be changed.
My time is now. The future is mine.